Hey friends! Happy Halloween! Sandra here and welcome to my channel Starsinpalm. And by the time you guys are seeing this, it'll probably be past Halloween, but I figured I would say happy Halloween nonetheless because y'all are my friends and I hope you guys had an awesome Halloween. I kind of just stayed in and watched some scary movies and yeah, pretty much just chilled and carved some pumpkins. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw some of those photos. It was just really fun. I might insert a photo here or there just so you guys can see, but I had a really good time and I hope you guys did also. As you guys can see, I'm just doing the basic thing I do when I start my layouts is I'm adding some washi tape. Sometimes I add paper, sometimes I do washi tape. I mixed it up. You know how that goes, guys. I was really obsessed with this black and gold washi tape. And so I knew I wanted to use it, and then I had this black and gold kind of webbing type of tape too, and I think I picked this one up at Target, but I'm not 100% sure of that. But as always, I will leave links to all the products that I use in my videos in the description box below as always, and you guys might be seeing a little bit of my big old head in this video randomly, but you know how that goes. For the most part, I'm pretty good about not doing that, but every once in a while when I'm trying to center stuff, it's really hard to center when you can't like put yourself over something, if you guys know what I mean by that. That last washi I used was just black with orange polka dots. And then this cute little notepad I actually picked up at Walmart of all places like a while back, so I don't know if they have any Halloween stuff left, and I can't talk once again. I don't know what that voice was about. But yeah, I really love this little notepad, and so I thought I would cut out some of the pieces from it and just kind of put them around this page. You guys know that usually when I plan, I kind of just, sometimes I do have an idea in my head of what I want to do, like color theme wise, but then other times I really don't, and I kind of just let the products inspire me and kind of go with it. And since I really love this little pad, I thought I would use it, and I'm just taping that down with my tape runner and kind of just sticking that down. And then for this other one, I'm going to end up cutting that because I also really love that green strip that's on the top of it. It's very Halloween-y. And so I thought I would use that as well. And you're going to see that I use several things in my videos as I'm doing it. I don't usually stick to like one product. I love mixing things up, adding stamps, stickers, paper, all kinds of stuff. So that's just my style of planning. And it works for me thus far. So I'm just lining it up, seeing where I want to cut it, and then I'm cutting it down. I don't always just use boxes in the traditional sense. Sometimes I use it for notes of things, sometimes I use it just to write things that I'm thinking about, or movies that I want to see, or books I'm reading. It really just depends what's going on in my week, because I wouldn't say I'm someone who always plans ahead. Sometimes I just plan as I go, so I don't always fill in my boxes, and other times I do. Hopefully that made sense in the ramble of all that information. But right now I'm just taping that down. This is really thin paper since it's meant to be like a post-it note kind of pad, except this doesn't have any adhesive, so I don't know why I'm calling it a post-it note, but yeah, it's like a little paper pad. I did cut out the little pumpkin that is on that pad because I wanted to add another one of those little like stacked pumpkins onto this page, and I figured since I already had it on the one area, I should add it to the other page just to create some sort of cohesiveness. Then I had this Pebbles paper pad in my stash. It's a 6x6 paper pad, and it had all these fun cut-aparts, and I just really love this pad. It has so many fun little things that you can use as different things in your planner. So I will link in the description box below if for whatever reason you're looking to stock up on Halloween stuff for next year, because I don't know about you guys, but I tend to do that. Like, whatever I find that is either on sale or that I really love this year anyway, I end up buying it to use it next year, because why not? So, YOLO. And so I just stuck that down there because I don't generally use that little calendar that they have in that one area. I love how I'm not pronouncing things normally today. I think it's because it's late at night, maybe. That's what I'm gonna blame it on anyway. This paper that I'm putting in here is from that same paper pad. I just figured I would kind of just keep going with the flow on that. And I thought I would end up doing like orange and gold. My original idea was completely different than this that I had in my head, but I ended up kind of just liking where I was going with this, and I just figured, okay, I guess we're doing this. So I ended up adding some of those papers just because I really liked them. I liked the polka dots, and I thought it would break up some of the, I guess, stripes I have going on here, and I have some polka dots in that one washi tape, so I figured adding a larger polka dot would kind of balance out the page, because when you're mixing patterns, you can kind of like add smaller and larger patterns without it getting too crazy. And then that little gooey, I'm calling it the gooey, but both of those little sticker looking guys are actually from the paper pad, and I just fussy cut them out, which Basically just means to cut something intricately with a scissor, I believe. In the scrapbooking world, we use that term a lot, or I hear people use it a lot, and I started using it as well because I thought it was a cute term for cutting things out. And now I am gluing down that little piece, that little tab that I made there with the ghost on it. It's from that same paper pad. I just cut it into that shape, and I really like the way that it looks. And now I am adding some faux looking washi tape to this, which that's not necessarily what I meant it to look at like, but looking at it now, that's kind of what it looks like, and it's from that same notepad I showed you guys earlier. And I really love how green and Halloweeny it is, so I decided to add that and just add another piece as well. And this might or might not be my 4th or 5th time trying to film this voiceover for you guys, which is why it took me so long, because everybody in my household is very loud. You would think that it's full of Italians, but it's Americans and they're just as loud, so there you go, out the door with stereotypes. And I'm Italian, so I'm allowed to say that. I had these stickers in my stash, and I picked them up this year from Walmart, and they were 97 cents, so I was like, score. And generally I use a mix of stickers and stamping in my planner, so I really like the way that that looks, and I just continue to kind of layer it till I like the balance that it has. And then of course it wouldn't be my video if I didn't use watercolors, yeah! That's how I feel when I use watercolors. That's how much I love them. I just start going, watercolors, yeah, in the water, in the color, and I mix it all together. Okay, I'll stop. But yeah, if you guys, I know watercolors are not for everyone, but make sure if you're going to try it out, you have a good water brush that's not going to ruin your project. And just remember to have fun with it. I know that if you guys are an OG of mine on this channel, that you know that I've been doing this for a long time, and I've now started to see more people popping up doing watercolors. But I've been doing this, you guys, since the dawn of time. Not literally, but you know what I mean. I've been doing it for a while, so it's cool to see kind of people going on to that trend of it. Or, I don't know, it kind of is becoming a trend, sort of, but it's been a trend with me for years now, because my dad is an artist, so I've always loved watercolors. And I'm using my stamp set that I created, the Halloween one, and for those of you who requested and emailed me, your wish is my command. I set it up for pre-order again. This is the last pre-order, so don't dilly-dally. Get your pre-orders in before it sells out again, because after that, I'm sorry y'all, it'll be gone. Yeah, it'll be gone. I decided to do another pre-order because you guys, I love you guys, and y'all are awesome, and I couldn't not do it after how many requests I got, so I was like, okay, I got you. I got you. So the link will be in the description box below, as well to all the products that I use in my videos. As always, I try to link you guys because I know that when I watch videos, I like to know what people are using, and so that I can get my hands on stuff that I like too. And now I'm just going in and filling in all those candy corns with some of that orange color because I like the way that it looks. And yeah, I'm just kind of just adding things and layering, as you guys know that I do. I kind of use the same techniques for when I do this in my planner, unless I'm like seriously in a mood to do something completely different, which I'm sure could happen any day now because I kind of like flip-flop on those type of things. And look, you guys, it's my fall stamp! Oh my goodness! I know, I'm excited. I'm excited for fall. All my layouts are going to now be basically fall themed, but I wanted to enjoy my last couple Halloween layouts. But I decided to use the banner in my fall set because it just made sense. I love banners, which is why I decided to add a banner to this. I thought it would be really cool so that you could add words into this banner and kind of create your own like little quote banners or whatever you want to do, as you can see I'm doing here. And I stamped that in a really awesome greeny neon. I was going to say orangey green, but I don't think that's actually a thing. And then I am stamping in a sugar skull from my Halloween set. So this is just a great example of how you guys can mix and match your sets that you get from me to work together. And then I stamped in October over that because I figured I would get to use that October one for a little bit. So I figured why not now. And then I'm using my little brush pen to just write in some of the things that I have to do. I kind of don't always write in a ton of stuff into my planner because I usually do it the week of and kind of add things in. I have also had a few people ask me the pen that I use, and I thought I was linking the correct pen, but I wasn't. I'm going to link in the correct pen because I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm a pen hoarder, so I have a lot of pens, so sometimes I get the names confused, especially because most of the pens I like are made in Japan, so they're not always easy to remember. But I love them, and to me some of the best pens in the world are made in Japan, so just putting that out there. I will have a link for this pen in the description box below because I know one of my subscribers asked me, and she's asked me like twice now, so you know who you are, girl. I got you this time. It will be there. But yeah, I'm just writing in things that I have for the week that I know are actually going to happen, like a football game I have to go to, and my dog's hair appointment and whatnot, and then also one of the days that I want to film a YouTube video. I try to pre-plan that, but let's be real, I'm a procrastinator, so sometimes I pre-plan it and then it doesn't happen, but I like to at least have it there so that I can at least attempt to not be lazy about it. And then I have my little football stamp from my fall stamp set, which I am obsessed with, you guys, because football is like a big thing in my boyfriend's family, and we're always watching football games, so I thought it would be really cool to have a football stamp, which is why I made that little guy, and I just love the way that he looks, honestly. This little skull set is also from a Halloween stamp set, and I just figured I would add him all around just because I just love the way that he looks. I always love the look of Skull and Crossbones, and also you can use him to also create like a little to-do list as your little point, or the little skeleton, as you can see I'm doing here. I don't end up writing anything into there because I figured I would write into something into there that week that I had going on, because this was filmed beforehand. So yeah, I kind of just go with the flow on that, and as I have things to write in, I do it because I don't always like to film things in ahead of time. And I'm adding another sticker right there. I wrote down some of the movies that I want to watch for Halloween. I did actually end up watching The Conjuring as well, and Annabelle. And I'm also adding in some little mail stamps just from my Planner Doodle mail set, which I know you guys have loved as well. And I will have that linked in the description box below. It's just really convenient for like everyday stuff, mail, doctor, dentist, all that kind of good stuff. Not always good stuff, but kind of. And that picture is from a picture that I took when I went to Trader Joe's, and I decided to cut it into pieces and add it into my planner because I just thought it kind of went with the spread, and it's kind of fun every once in a while to add pictures to your spread, so it kind of has a little bit of a scrapbook sort of feel. And then I had this splatter sort of stamp in my stash, and I thought it would look really cool against the numbers, so I added it in with a very like punchy orange, which I will link in the description box as well. And I kind of just go back and forth with what I like about like what I'm doing here. And you guys, again, I'm sorry if you can hear any noise in the background, but if I just don't get this filmed, and then you guys are never going to see it, basically. And apparently it will never be quiet, so that's pretty much all I can do for you guys. But I hope it's not too bad and that you can still kind of enjoy it despite the fact. I'm just going in and adding little bits of that splashy color throughout this layout. I just ended up thinking that it would look cute to do it, so I know that my layouts are a lot busier than some people's, but I just really like to kind of add that busyness to it. I enjoy it. So thus far I feel like it's looking pretty good. And then I wanted to do something with the sidebar for Halloween, something special, so I decided to add a quote on the sidebar, which I also, before I did that, wanted to add a stamp, and I had this like drippy goo sort of stamp in my stash as well, and if it's still available I will link it in the description box below. I don't know if it is or not because there's a lot of things I've had in my stash for quite a while. I know you guys may or may not know this, but I've been scrapbooking for a while, and most of the things that you use for scrapbooking you can kind of use are multi-purpose, basically, is the best way to describe it. So I'm writing in this quote, and I'm using a mixture of pens. I have one Pentel brush that I'm using, as well as a Wink of Stella. Again, I will have those linked in the description box below. They're some of my favorite pens, but like I said, I have lots of favorites because I have lots of pens, and I've been meaning to do a video on all my pens / pen collection, which you guys will see sometime in the near future, I promise. But I'm trying to stick to one promise at a time, so probably the ink one first and then that one. And I'm just putting, there is magic in the night, and it has to do with pumpkins. And I actually carved my first pumpkins this year, you guys. I think I may or may not have said that at the start of this video, probably. But, you know, my ADD kicks in and then I forget what I was saying. But anyway, I really love the way that this quote looked. I thought it looked very magical, and then I decided to stamp a little pumpkin at the bottom of it because I just like the way that it looks. And anyway, you guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this layout. I'm also adding these stars that are from that same stamp set, but I hope you guys enjoy these videos. If you want to see me do a bunch of them for fall and November, be sure and like this video and leave me some comments because I'd love to hear from you guys. And even though I don't always get a chance to answer back, I do see your photos and know that like who you guys are, and it's really cool just to see people coming back every week to kind of watch my videos and leave me comments, so that's always really awesome. And again, I will have everything linked in the description box below, and I will have pictures at the end of this video as well. And if you guys haven't had the chance to pick up my fall stamp set, you might want to get on it. Thank you. And I just went in and colored some of the stamps with some watercolors as well, but somehow I ended up not getting that on camera very much. So sorry about that, you guys. But anyway, you guys, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, that's what happens when you have to continue to redo voiceovers. I'm a little hangry right now, but I hope you guys like the kitty case, and I will see you guys soon, and be sure and hit that subscribe button and join the Sassy Club! Bye, guys!